Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. We are discussing chemical coordination in animals, part 2. It's very interesting to know how the chemical messengers coordinate certain activities in animals. Okay. In the last video, we have discussed about the different the chemical substances which involve in vital activities. Basically they are classified into exocrine secretions and endocrine secretions. The exocrine secretions include enzymes, and the endocrine secretions include, what are they? Hormones, isn't it? So different endocrine glands, their secretions, their functions, the physiological disorders which are caused due to the deficiency of these hormones and hypersecretion of these hormones, we are going to discuss. So let us continue our discussion. Thyroid gland, its functions. So in the last class we ended the class with the structure of thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is where it is located? It is located in the neck region. Okay. So this gland, thyroid, secrete a hormone called thyroid hormones. They play an important role in the regulation of BMR, basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate. So these hormones also support the process of red blood cell formation. The thyroid hormones control the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. The maintenance of water and electrolyte balance is also influenced by thyroid hormones. Okay. Thyroid gland also secretes a protein hormone called thyrocalcitonin, TCT. So generally we know that the thyroid secretes a hormone called thyroxine. So another hormone which secretes a protein hormone, the gland secretes a protein hormone that is called thyrocalcitonin, so which regulates blood calcium levels. Okay, this is the thyroid gland. The left and right part present below the larynx, voice box, in the trachea region or the neck region. This butterfly shaped gland, thyroid gland, is present. Okay. So functions. Main function of this thyroid gland secretion, thyroxine, is to maintain the metabolic rate or basal metabolic rate. Growth is under the influence of this thyroid gland. So what are the results of under secretion of thyroxine? Means less or hyposecretion. Simple goiter is one of the disorder in which there is enlargement of thyroid gland due to lack of iodine. When iodine is not sufficiently taken by the individual, then it results in the disorder called goiter. That is simple goiter. The symptom is enlargement of thyroid gland, neck region swells. Okay. The next disorder, cretinism in children, in which dwarfism means the growth is hampered, and mental retardation due to the imperfect development of thyroid. Hyposecretion of thyroxine in children results in cretinism, where the body parts looks normal but head will be abnormal, very small to the compared to the rest of the body. Okay, that is called cretinism. Next, myxedema. Myxedema is a disorder in which the thyroid does not function properly, and the person becomes sluggish with swollen face and hands. Okay, this is also due to hyposecretion of thyroxine hormone in adults. Hyposecretion of thyroxine in children causes cretinism. Hyposecretion of thyroxine in adults causes myxedema. Next, what are the results of oversecretion of thyroxine? Hypersecretion. So oversecretion results in exophthalmic goiter. Exophthalmic goiter, in which the person shows a marked increase in metabolic rate, number one. Number two, protrusion of eyes. The eyes comes out from the eye sockets. Okay, the bulged eyes. And the rapid heart rate, shortness of breath. These are all due to the oversecretion of thyroxine. Okay, and another one called acromegaly, gorilla face. Okay, that is due to hypersecretion in adults. Now come to next important the endocrine gland, that is called parathyroid gland, which is in association with this thyroid gland or attached to the thyroid gland itself. There are two pairs of this parathyroid glands are present. Okay, back of the thyroid gland they are present. They secrete a hormone called parathormone. Parathormone, which is important in calcium and phosphorus metabolism. The main function of the hormone parathormone is the metabolism of calcium and phosphorus. The deficiency of parathormone or hyposecretion of parathormone causes brittle bone disease. Bones become brittle. And oversecretion of parathormone, it is another disorder. When this parathormone is secreted in huge amounts, then it softens the teeth and bones. Okay, excess hormone results in the high levels of serum calcium, and low levels results in hypocalcemia, means low levels of calcium. So this can be due to adenoma or carcinoma, secondary carcinoma. Okay, cancers. So this results in the increased parathyroid hormone levels in the body, which can affect other systems like skeleton system, bones, renal system, kidney, and the cardiovascular system, heart and blood pressure, and gastrointestinal, the pancreas also. Okay, so though the parathyroid glands are small, but they influence a lot. Okay, so hyposecretion of this parathormone may leads to tetany also. Okay, contract of muscles. So these are the parathyroid glands present on the back side of the thyroid gland. There are two pairs. Next, pancreas. The pancreas is another important gland. It is of multi functions. Especially it involves in the digestion as well as in the endocrine system. The pancreas has two functions. It serves as a ducted gland, secreting the digestive enzymes into the small intestine in the form of pancreatic juice. The pancreas also serves as the ductless gland. So as we have discussed, what is the difference between the endocrine gland and exocrine gland? Exocrine glands, they possess ducts. Through these ducts they release their secretions enzymes to the target tissues, whereas The endocrine glands or ductless glands, they directly release the secretions called hormones into the blood. Okay, the pancreas also serves as the ductless gland, in that the islets of Langerhans or the special cells which secrete two important hormones. They are insulin and glucagon. Okay, what are the hormones secreted by the pancreas? Insulin and glucagon. They regulate the blood sugar levels. Okay, their actions are equal and opposite. Okay, in the islets of Langerhans, especially alpha islets of Langerhans cells or alpha cells secrete glucagon, which tells the liver to take carbohydrate out of storage to raise a low blood sugar level. Okay, the meaning is the alpha cells of the pancreas secrete a hormone called glucagon. This glucagon acts on the liver and muscles, especially the liver. In the liver, the excess of glucose present in the blood is converted into glycogen and stored. When the blood sugar levels are low, so at that time this glucagon releases. Okay, and that glucagon insists the liver to convert the glycogen into glucose and release into the blood. This is the action of glucagon. Okay, the beta cells, the beta islet cells secrete insulin. Okay, so this insulin function is to tell the liver to take excess of glucose out of the circulation to lower a blood sugar level that's too high. When the sugar level is very high in the blood, then what happens? Insulin is released. So this insulin tells to the liver to extract the excess of glucose and convert it into glycogen and store. If a person's body does not make enough insulin, then what happens? The blood sugar rises and perhaps out of control, and that condition is called as diabetes mellitus. What is diabetes mellitus? Diabetes mellitus is nothing but more sugar in the blood. Okay, uncontrolled levels of sugar in the blood. It is called diabetes mellitus. It is due to the insufficient secretion of insulin. Okay. So this is the pancreas. The pancreas present below the duodenum or below the stomach. It is present. So it releases its secretion into the duodenum, the pancreatic duct. But internally, pancreas also possesses special cells called islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans are of two types: alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon and beta cells secrete insulin. Next, adrenal gland. There are a pair of adrenal glands, one on top of each kidney. They look like a cap over the kidney. These adrenal glands has two parts, just like the structure of adrenal gland is also similar to that of kidney. Just like the kidney possesses outer cortex and inner medulla, even adrenal gland also possesses a cortex and medulla. Outer cortex, inner medulla. So these two parts, cortex and medulla, secrete different hormones. The adrenal cortex secretes two hormones. What are they? Cortisol and aldosterone. Cortisol and aldosterone. The main function of cortisol is it regulates the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Corticosteroid hormone it is. It's very important. So you know, these athletes sometimes doping test they will do. Okay, doping test means in that they will check the level of this cortisol in the blood. Okay, if the cortisol level is more, then it regulates the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So that athlete has taken some drug. So due to that, the person won't feel tired, so they can run hundreds of kilometers also without getting tired. So that is the influence of cortisol. In normal conditions, it regulates the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Okay. Next, aldosterone. So aldosterone increases the reabsorption of water and sodium into the body and helps to maintain the blood volume and sodium levels. This is also steroid hormone, aldosterone. Okay. So this also influence. That's why these adrenal cortex hormones will be checked. The levels of these hormones will be checked in the athletes or any sportsman before they start the game, because these will influence. The aldosterone function is it increases the reabsorption of water and sodium in the body and helps to maintain the blood volume and sodium levels. Okay, this is on the top of the kidney. On each kidney there is a adrenal gland. The adrenal gland internally, if you take it possesses a capsule, outer cortex and inner medulla, okay, and blood vessels. So the cortex secretes two hormones, cortisol and aldosterone. Cortisol influences the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, whereas aldosterone, it is the main steroid hormone. It maintains the reabsorption of water and sodium levels. Okay, it maintains the volume of sodium in the blood. Next part of the adrenal gland, medulla. The adrenal medulla secretes a hormone called adrenaline, very important hormone. So this hormone is secreted in the conditions of physical and mental stress, such as fall in the blood sugar levels, or when the person is injured, or when the person or the organism is exposed to cold conditions, extreme cold conditions, and suffering with pain. So at that time, anger, fear, grief, these emotional situations, this adrenal medulla secretes a hormone, adrenaline. So this hormone is also called a stress hormone. It helps in overcoming the stress. Okay. So it is also secreted during anger, fear or grief. So it helps the body to face these conditions, emotional situations. So hence this hormone is also called fight or flight hormone. Okay, fight or flight. So if the organism is strong enough, it will fight. If the organism is weak, it will run away from the situation. Okay, that's why it is called fight or flight hormone. Okay. So this is the adrenal medulla. The adrenal medulla secretes a hormone, adrenaline. So for example, a situation when you are when you went to your friend's house, on the way if a dog chases you, at that time this hormone is produced. Which hormone? Adrenaline. Okay, it will save you from the situation. So you may defend the dog or you can escape. So depending upon the level of adrenaline secreted. Okay, right. Next, gonads. So next important endocrine glands, they are called the gonads. Gonads are also called these reproductive organs, the male gonads and female gonads. The gonads are the reproductive organs. The male gonads are the testes and the female gonads are the ovaries. Both produce hormones under the influence of these hormones. Okay, so you can see the secondary sexual characters in the males and females by these secretions of the gonads. So these gonads are under the influence of the hormones produced by pituitary gland. Okay, we can come across that in the pituitary gland at that time. Okay, that is follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These are the two hormones of the pituitary which influence the growth and secretions of gonads. First gonad, male gonads, testis. Remember, the male gonads are present in the male organism, female gonads are present in the female organism. So testis, the male gonads, produce testosterone hormone. It is also steroid hormone, testosterone, which produces the secondary sexual characters in the males, such as development of mustaches, beard, change in the voice, growth of muscles. All these are under the influence of testosterone. Next, the female gonads, they are called ovaries. What are the male gonads? Testis. Female gonads, ovaries. Ovaries, along with the production of egg or ovum, female gamete. Here the testis produce the male gamete, spermatozoa. The ovaries, along with the production of egg, they secrete a hormone, female hormone, that is called estrogen. Estrogen from the mature follicle, mature egg, that produces the secondary sexual characters like enlargement of the breasts, okay, change in the voice, okay, pubic hairs, and it also prepares, the estrogen hormone also prepares for the monthly menstruation. Okay, after ovulation, another hormone produced by the ovum, that is Graafian follicle, is the mature follicle. So after the release of ovum, that Graafian follicle is converted into corpus luteum. Okay, that corpus luteum can be turned as an endocrine gland, and it produces a hormone called progesterone. Progesterone is the hormone produced from corpus luteum, which maintains the pregnancy. Okay, so in the females, ovary produce estrogen. Estrogen is the steroid hormone which influence the secondary sexual characters in females. Okay, along with that, another hormone is produced by mature follicle after releasing of ovum. It develops into corpus luteum and produce a hormone called progesterone. The progesterone main function is to maintain the pregnancy. So this is the female reproductive system, the fallopian tube, ovary, and this is the male reproductive system, testis. So this ovary acts as a female gonad, and in the males, testis acts as a male gonad. Ovary produce estrogen, which influence the secondary sexual characters in the females, and the testis produce a hormone called testosterone, which influence the secondary sexual characters in males. Okay, okay children, hope you understood. So thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.